All indications are that new Prime Minister Mark Carney will officially call an election as of this Sunday. And since we're already in the midst of a trade war with the United States, politics has never been on the mind and the tips of people's tongues more than it is today. So with that in mind, your kids may be hearing a thing or two in the home and see things on social media. So when and how do you talk to your kids about the ever more divisive world of politics? For that answer, we turn to our parenting pundit, Julie Cole.
I think it's a very important thing to talk to our kids about. And the reason why is that they're going to be hearing things, right? They're going to be hearing things on the news. They're going to hear things at school. They're going to hear things. They're going to hear their parents. So we want to make sure that we are having conversations with them so that they're not building this old narrative. They could be hearing things and think World War III is tomorrow with the way people are talking right now. So we want to make sure that we're having these conversations so that we can help form the narrative. We also, as parents, it is, it's part of their development. So we should be having this conversation because they are part of the world. And although we want to protect them sometimes and we want to stick their heads in the sand, they are part of the world. It is part of their development, and it is our job to do that, right? And it also gives us a chance to kind of tap in and see if there's any trauma that they're experiencing. We're seeing kids with heightened anxiety around this. So we want to make sure we're having these conversations, because if you're not, you might see it in other ways. You might see bedwetting, you might see anxiety at school, you might see, interesting little habits coming up. So you want to keep an eye on that.
Kids, of course, today are exposed to things on their devices that,
Right.
when we grew up, it was a television, it was in the home, or it was newspapers. Very different. So at what age, though, would you say, hey, let's have this chat with your child?
Yeah, well, first of all, if a child asks a question, always
Mhm.
answer it. But I think it's okay even to bring up these conversations at quite a young age and just do it in an age appropriate way. I know that can be difficult. These kids don't come with instruction manuals. There is a picture book that I like by Dr. Jillian Roberts, and it's called On the News. It's a picture book and it has a format that's very Q&A. So if you need a resource to help you along with this, I would pick that up or even just do a search, because there are resources out there. The other reason to, kind of have these and how to have these conversations is to take action and do things with the kids, take them to the polls, tell them why you're voting. And what, one of my kids, the little brother said, "Are you going to vote?" And the kid was like, "Yeah, there were women who fought very hard for me to get this vote, and I'm going to go." So having these conversations and having the education around it is really important. But it's also important to make them feel safe. And, telling them it's okay, the adults are in charge, takes the responsibility off of them. But right now, even adults are questioning the adults in charge. And our kids are overhearing these conversations. So make sure when you're having a rant with your spouse or with your friends over wines, when the neighbor and parents are over, that you're minding what you say, that you remember that little ears are paying attention, and follow up with conversations with them.